The Panhandle Public Health District confirmed 6 new cases of COVID-19 since Friday, bringing the region's total to 53 positive cases. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Unified Command has confirmed 6 new positive coronavirus cases here in the Panhandle, including 5 new Scottsbluff County cases and 1 additional Cheyenne County case. In Scottsbluff County, the latest cases include a woman in her 50s and 4 males, 1 in his 50s, 2 in their 20s, and 1 in his teens. Meanwhile, the Cheyenne County case is a male in his 30s. PPHD says Friday's cases are deemed community spread, and close contacts will be quarantined and actively monitored twice daily for fever and respiratory symptoms by public health officials. Through Sunday night, PPHD says there are 16 active cases, 12 in Scottsbluff County, 3 in Cheyenne County, and 1 in Box Butte County. Looking at the statewide numbers now, as an increase in the number of coronavirus tests being administered is resulting in more confirmed cases as well. Since last Tuesday, Nebraska has been averaging 437 new cases a day. Hall, Dakota, and Douglas counties continue to be the hot spots in Nebraska, accounting for nearly 54% of the state's case count. Through Sunday, Nebraska has had 78 confirmed COVID-19 related deaths. And during Friday's media briefing, Governor Pete Ricketts announced that more testing sites were going to be opening up to the public and encouraged more Nebraskans to sign up through the testnebraska.com website to help the state monitor where the next testing sites should be.
And this is how we're going to schedule people. So when you take the assessment, it'll go into that database, and then we'll reach out to you via email to get you scheduled to come in. And in fact, we're going to start doing that on Monday. We're going to be in Omaha at the CHI Health Arena from 1 to 6. Now, it's important to know you just can't show up there and get tested. So don't just show up there unless you get that email. Those emails start going out this afternoon. So if you signed up already for testnebraska.com, you may be receiving an email that will then allow you to schedule for a 30-minute period sometime Monday afternoon if you're in Omaha. So, but you will only be able to go get that test if you signed up and if you receive that email to get scheduled.
You can find more information by going to testnebraska.com. Well, coming up after the break, it was a rainy weekend here across the Panhandle. What's the new work week looking like weather-wise? Boyer breaks it all down for you in his full week forecast right after this.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
Start your spring right with Compliments for you and your home. Compliments wants to help you get dressed for all your spring events. Whether you're the mother of the bride, at your son's graduation, or looking for a great dress for a special event, Compliments has got a look for you. While at Compliments, look for a new style or give it as a gift. With great new home decor, now is the perfect time to spruce up your home. Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Clear skies across the area tonight. As skies clear out, temps are going to fall down into the 40s and then eventually down into the low 30s tonight. Some areas are going to fall below freezing across the area. So if you took the weekend or last week to plant some of those things outdoors, you want to take a little caution on them tonight, as temps could fall below freezing in a few areas. So it'll be chilly, breezy to windy at times pretty much all week. Temps are going to be near normal. We want to keep an eye on the weekend. There's a lot of disagreement about what exactly is coming our way. We're going to be on the edge of some cold air just off to our east. 76 yesterday after a morning low of 45 degrees. 68 and 38 are your normal, so it's not uncommon to get down into the 30s. 700s yesterday, an inch 49 for the 3-day total. We've added more to that today as well, so well above normal for the month, and we've cut into that deficit for the year. Very beneficial rain across all the area. Alliance with an inch 62. These are Friday, Saturday, Sunday rainfall totals. An inch 48 Scottsbluff, 107 in Torrington, Sydney with 9600s, and Kimball at 7100. So 3-day rainfall totals look pretty good out there across the region, and that's made for some muggy conditions, and it's not taken much to brew up some shower activity. 40s and 50s here across our region, 50s and 60s off to the east of us. Some severe weather ongoing early this morning in north central portions of Kansas. It's 54 here in Scottsbluff, 46 in Lusk, 54 rather in Cheyenne, 58 in Ogallala. Winds pretty gusty still at 20 to 30 miles an hour, and you can see a few gustier breezes along with some of those showers that are out there. Those will push to the east quickly, and skies are going to quickly clear this evening, and that's going to be it for the rainfall, at least for the next several days, as rainfall chances decrease and we get a chance to dry out a little bit. Lows are going to fall down into the 30s, 29 not out of the question in Alliance tonight. Everybody else hovering around that freezing mark. Now tomorrow, we're going to be dealing with mainly sunny skies. It is going to be breezy at times behind this system, and it's going to try to push a few clouds through here, but other than that, not much going on across the areas. We're going to have clear skies, sunny out there across the area, so things look like they're going to improve tomorrow here across the area from where they were today. And highs are also going to creep up a little bit, closing in on 70 for many of the areas, upper 60s for most everybody. And any rainfall going to be pretty light yet from these showers. If you get under a heavier shower, don't be surprised to get a couple of tenths, but primarily most of us are going to stay dry for the rest of the night outside of that line of showers. Clear, cool, 32. Can't rule out falling a little below that in some areas, so again, plan accordingly. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, but it is going to be breezy. 69 your forecasted high, and our 7-day forecast brings us breezy to windy conditions at times. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday looks like the windiest day with highs only near 60. Friday in the upper 50s. We bounce back into the 60s on Saturday. Mother's Day right now about 60 degrees and in the mid 60s for Monday. Again, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be really close to some colder air that we're going to have to keep a very close eye on, and we will certainly do that as we go forward, as we want to make sure we don't see those temperatures nudge down a little bit. We'll keep an eye on it throughout the rest of the week.
This is Brad, president of Allo Communications. At Allo and across the nation, the way we connect is changing and growing. Our connections to family, colleagues, and the community become more meaningful each day. Allo's fiber network was built for growth. We have the bandwidth to handle the changing needs of today, tomorrow, and for years to come. We'll continue to invest in the towns we serve, in our team, and in our technology to be ready for the future. We build our network for you, our neighbors, and together we'll stay connected.
As farmers make plans to return to their fields for spring planting, we urge farmers to be alert to the dangers of working near overhead power lines. Electricity is one of the most overlooked, yet deadly hazards of working on a farm. Beware of increased height when loading and transporting equipment on trailers. Avoid raising the arms of planters or cultivators or raising truck beds near power lines. So let's take extra caution this spring planting season. This message brought to you by
Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touch-tone energy partner, the power of human connections.
This year, W2 means we double. Reganis Auto Center will double your down payment on any pre-owned vehicle on their lot. Turn $500 into $1,000. Turn $1,500 into $3,000. Use that money to get out of your lease or a vehicle you owe too much on, or to lower your monthly payment. For a limited time only, double your down payment only at Reganis Auto Center on East Overland and East 27th Street in Scotts Bluff, your volume discount dealer.
Welcome back. A Scottsbluff woman is facing felony drug distribution charges following a series of controlled buys conducted by the Wing Drug Task Force last year. 35-year-old Brittany Flores is facing 3 counts of distribution of a controlled substance after investigators received state crime lab confirmation that the substances purchased by a cooperating individual was in fact methamphetamine. Investigators say Flores sold the drugs during controlled buys on 3 separate occasions, once in August and twice in September of 2019. The arrest affidavit says the total amount of meth sold during those transactions was more than 3 grams. She made her initial appearance in Scottsbluff County Court on Friday. Well, the City of Alliance has decided not to open their Big Blue Bay swimming pool for the 2020 season. City officials made this difficult decision due to concerns that the social distancing measures could not be adequately enforced in an aquatic environment. Local public health officials agree that the peak of the coronavirus in the Panhandle is at least a couple of weeks away and that the illness will remain a serious concern for months. Turning to statewide headlines now, as Nebraska election officials are forging ahead with plans for the state's May 12th primary, despite calls from Democrats to only offer voting by mail and concerns from public health officials that in-person voting will help the coronavirus spread. Officials repeatedly urged voters to cast early absentee ballots, but they argue that voters must have the option of voting in person. If the election proceeds as planned, Nebraska will be the first to hold a statewide election with physical polling sites since Wisconsin's much criticized primary, which was plagued by a poll worker shortage and long lines. And Nebraska Labor Commissioner John Albin says his staff has been struggling to keep up with the flood of unemployment claims that have been filed since the coronavirus pandemic began. Albin says the state has been adding workers and streamlining its processes, but there are still unacceptable delays that leave workers waiting for their checks. Since March 8th, the state has received 129,000 new unemployment claims. That is more than the total claims filed during the 3 previous years combined. The state has processed roughly 75% of the claims so far. Well, coming up after the break, Chris Cottrell back at the sports desk catches up with one moral athlete who will be taking her talents to York College this fall. We'll have more at the FNBO sports desk right after this on KNEB.TV News.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
As farmers make plans to return to their fields for spring planting, we urge farmers to be alert to the dangers of working near overhead power lines. Electricity is one of the most overlooked, yet deadly hazards of working on a farm. Beware of increased height when loading and transporting equipment on trailers. Avoid raising the arms of planters or cultivators or raising truck beds near power lines. So let's take extra caution this spring planting season. This message brought to you by
Roosevelt Public Power District, your touch-tone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Well, despite the downtime for games and activities, it's definitely still nice to see area athletes charging forward with decisions regarding their future. That was the case on Friday afternoon over at Morrill High School. Outdoors on the track at the football field, a senior Alyssa Shaw inked her letter of intent to continue her track and field career.
I'm going to York College in York, Nebraska. It's about a 6-hour drive from here, and I chose to go there because they offered me some really great scholarships, and I really loved the community feel of the college. It's a really nice little town with a great little high school, and all the people there were really nice, and I felt like I fit in.
Shaw never got to run a race for Morrill. She transferred from Hyannis for her senior year of high school, and she's counting her blessings to be able to have this moment despite missing out on an entire year of action.
It means so much to me. I never thought I'd be able to. I never thought I'd be fast enough because I was never first all the time. I just never thought I was really that good. But being able to run for York, I still get to compete, but it's not on a D1 level because then I'm not as competitive and I still get to do good. So it means a lot to me.
Shaw already has a good feel for the event she'll be participating in at York, and man, she's got a good sense of humor with things to go along with all that athletic talent.
Definitely hurdles. My college coach, Coach Carver, he was really excited when he saw my hurdle times, which I don't know why, they're not super good, but he was excited. He's obviously never seen me trip over several hurdles before, but I'm really excited to run hurdles, and a couple summers ago, I got to go down to Australia and run the steeplechase, and it's like long distance hurdling, and I run long distance too, so it was the perfect event for me, and he said I would be able to run it at York too.
It's been a tough time for seniors across the country, missing out on so many things at the end of their high school careers. Maybe take a page from Shaw's book as she tried to keep everything in perspective.
I absolutely think this is a great opportunity to learn from, because we get to learn how to overcome these little things, and it's definitely made me appreciate being in school, even though people complain, I hate school so much, I don't like being here. I think we all really actually appreciated it.
Morrill senior Alyssa Shaw last Friday signing to attend school and participate on the track and field team at York College. Also on Friday, and no surprise really, the Expedition League announced officially that they were postponing the start of their season. League President Steve Wagner saying they'll move the original May 26th start date back, hopefully having opening day late June or sometime in early July. While the window is still open to play this year, Western Nebraska Pioneers team owner Chuck Heeman says there are still so many variables to consider.
We've got to make that decision. At some point, it's going to be, okay, we're at X date, here's your situation in Texas or wherever it is. What are we going to do? Because these guys have to make travel plans. They've got to get lined up with host families. They've got to get here and get ready. So right now, I know on our two teams, we haven't had a single player back out.
So much of this will boil down to directive health measures and social distancing recommendations. Heeman said in that interview with KDB Sports that too much social distancing or the need for limited crowds could mean no Expedition League this summer. We'll wait for more from the Expedition League, of course, in the coming weeks. That's the latest today from here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's back with more right after this on KNEB.TV.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Wyobraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers, from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, it was all hands on deck Saturday evening as the Scottsbluff Fire Department organized Light Up Regional West, where first responders, including area firefighters, EMTs, and law enforcement, led a procession from the Public Safety Building up Avenue B to the hospital. I caught up with Chris Gabus, president of the Scottsbluff Professional Firefighters Local 1454, who says this event was all about showing thanks to the frontline workers at the hospital during the pandemic.
We're going to have a procession of first responders, including fire departments, EMS providers, and law enforcement, and we'll process up Avenue B, get up to the hospital, and show our appreciation for the healthcare professionals at Regional West. With COVID-19 going, really taking over the news, it's really brought the highlight towards healthcare providers and the risk they're taking and the difficulties with dealing with something that we really don't know much about. It was actually a fairly simple setup. We before we did anything too drastic, we wanted to touch base with the hospital, make sure they were okay with what we wanted to do and that it would work for them. And at that point, it was just an email blast out to all the first responders in the area that we could think of, and that turned into a Facebook blast, and that's really all it took. Then just going on shift, we'd think about how we wanted to do it, how we wanted it to look, and interfacing with the hospital to figure out what would be best. Yep, we're flying the American flag off Tower 1. For us locally, that's like the biggest honor we can do. So we wanted to do that for them and to say thank you. We'll light it up from here. We'll all process up there with our lights on. We wanted people to know as we go up Avenue B, as they see us, what it's about. So we're hoping that people may have, we've already heard of people that are going to set out along Avenue B and show their support from there. And then we'll pull into that circle drive at the main entrance, and everybody but Engine 1 will stop and get out and wave and say thank you. And then we'll pull around to the engine. We'll share some words over the PA, and then the hospital CEO and the COO will share some words.
Regional West, we want to thank these first responders for coming out today. They thought of us. We should say thank you back to them. We're all agreeing together in this unprecedented time. Thank you all very much.
You know, we just want to say thank you to the healthcare professionals at Regional West. We're one big team when it comes to EMS, and we're honored to say thank you to them.
Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.